I don't know. I can't hear myself. I'm deaf. Good morning. So I got a lot of compliments about my voice and my speech. I'm so glad to know I'm doing a great job accommodating the hearing people. Because that's why we learn to speak. It's so that we could communicate with you guys.
I can relate to that. All my young life growing up, I was trained auditory to understand where the sound coming from, to match the pitches. And had speech therapists all the way until junior high school to encourage me to talk correctly, even though my speech will never be perfect either. I have been in hearing school in my town. I was the only deaf child in the school. Yet I've been mocked by the kids because I speak funny, and they see me with the machine in my ears. So they see that I'm a different child. And I have been through people complimenting how wonderful my speech is. But you know what? I see it now. I felt like I was being programmed to become someone else so I could fit in the hearing world, to benefit the hearing people, so they could communicate with me. So I was doing a lot for the hearing world. So they're okay with it, but for me, it was a struggle. You know, every day, 24 hours a day, reading lips, trying to understand everyone. Nobody will meet me halfway and teach me sign, or they sign themselves. And how I was approached with English, it was all in the memories, follow the rules. So it was not my language. I just had to follow how to write, to read, to understand using phonics. Every day of my life, I always get 30% of everything that's been told to me. I never get 100%, so I missed out so much. I always felt left out. I always felt like I was the alien, to be honest with you. I knew I was different. I always felt like a challenge, you know, trying to catch up with the hearing world. And that really hurt my self-esteem.
There are deaf people who are smarter, funnier, more educated than me, who have more skills, who are more talented, more athletic than me. But they never get compliments because of their speaking voice. They don't get attention because of their speaking voice, and it makes me sad. Which is why in the deaf community, it's actually bad manners to comment on someone's speaking voice. I'm not going to get into that, but
when I was 12, I was finally transferred over to deaf school. I was scared, but at the same time, I was excited. Because I knew I'll be around the kids who have the same problem, can't hear. When I started in the deaf school, I didn't know sign, but I was learning, picking up. Again, the deaf kids were mocking me because I was too oral. I was talking, and I was too hearing. And they said my signing stinks. They couldn't understand me. So again, that was tough between two worlds, hearing and deaf. Trying to fit in as well. My people, deaf people. So that's how I developed identity crisis. I was in the middle, you know, am I too hearing or not enough deaf? Hard of hearing, What? Don't know. That was really tough. The stress, the stuff, really prevented me to grow. Just trying to do everything to be accepted.
Because here's the thing, we are deaf. Our speech is always going to be less than perfect. And growing up, all we heard were comments about our voices from people who are not very accessible. So thank you I know you all meant well when you complimented on my voice, but would you still like me? Would you still think I'm really cool? Would you still think I'm smart? Would you think less of me?
I'm not worried about what other people think of me or how they perceive of me or what they say about me, because I know I'm a good person. I know I'm smart. I know I can do anything what I put my energy into. I just didn't see it before. I accept my deafness full in my heart. God had a purpose for me to be deaf. And I do believe that He wanted me to experience what it felt like being in both worlds, how difficult it was. That's why I became a teacher's aide right after I graduated from high school. And I was a teacher's aide, ASL instructor, involved in early child program, early intervention program for almost 30 years. And I was able to encourage family, parents, how important to accept their child when they're born deaf. It's nothing wrong. They just can't hear. And how important to stand and not worry about their speech. Because what happens, you're taking their self-esteem, you're taking away their identity, you're taking away their language. So when they miss out, they have no knowledge, they have no idea, what is happening around them. I was able to share my story, the frustration, how I felt lonely, left out, and felt different, that something was wrong with me, but it's not true. They cried, but I told them not to cry because it made me stronger and it made me see to help other deaf generation, to encourage anyone to stand for any deaf children. It's all about value, their worth and their development, feeling good about themselves. I may not have that, but at least I'm doing something to make it different for other families and deaf children. Amen. Love you all.